Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. There is news and information for you guys today on Tye Dillinger. The Perfect 10 could be getting a shot and an opportunity for the Intercontinental title on SmackDown Live with The Miz. Now, if there was ever an NXT superstar worthy of being given more by WWE, it is the man known himself as the Perfect 10, Tye Dillinger. For those unaware, Dillinger spent the time with WWE previously under another name. Before he was the Perfect 10, before he was Tye Dillinger. His other name was Gavin Spears. Now, this was done to the better part of a decade ago when he came out of OVW and went to the ECW brand. He was calling himself the Crown Jewel, Jewel, of the new superstar initiative that GM Teddy Long instituted at the time. Now, sadly, Spears could not get over with the crowd. Despite his major abilities in the ring as a technician, he was never seen as a bad wrestler or performer, but he just could not land with the crowd. And a lot was missing. WWE released him, and it took him years to get back and get a chance to get at WWE once again. By this time, he figured out how to work well with the crowd and having his time on the independent circuit. Now, Tye Dillinger and WWE Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, have been going at it lately on Twitter, man. He sadly said that The Miz needed to be slapped in the mouth. And Miz would then counter back saying, we have a much harder ranking system in Hollywood. For instance, Orlando is a 10. And LA is a 5. At NXT, 10 is SmackDown Live 5. Hashtag big leagues. Now, Tye Dillinger did not let this sit as he responded beautifully to the recent tweet by The Miz saying, behind the bright lights of Tetson hides a boy from the real world. Don't worry, Mizzy. If the opportunity arises, I'll make it quick. Miz would react in saying, does Perfect 10 stand for the 10 years you've been in developmental? I mean, how long do I have to wait? Ladies and gentlemen, I love Tye Dillinger. Tye Dillinger has been in NXT for a while now, and he's over with the crowd. The guy performs good. He is a good performer. The guy has talent. I like him. He would do good on SmackDown Live. But the guy hasn't been an NXT champion yet. And now since Samoa Joe, they're trying to find a new contender now for the NXT champion. Is it going to be Bobby Roode? Is it going to be Tye Dillinger? Who is it going to be? Who is that next opponent going to be now? I was thinking Tye Dillinger because he's been in there longer than Bobby Roode has. Okay. Now, if Tye Dillinger is only 35 years old. He's only 35 years old. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'd say bring him up. I know people are going to say, well, it's too early for Tye Dillinger, to come up to the main roster right off the bat. But these two are going at it. These two are feuding. Listen, I am a fan of Tye Dillinger. This guy has talent. I see something in him. He's a hard worker. He's a fighter. The people love him in NXT. The 10 thing is over. People love him. The fans love him. I love him. I'm a fan of this guy. I see a lot of talent in him. I see a lot of momentum in this guy. He's over with the crowd. Hey, Matt, and so that's why I'm saying bring him up, man. Have him feud with The Miz because right now Miz has nobody to feud with right now. I've been hearing stuff that, that Dean Ambrose is going to feud with The Miz for the IC title. I'm not really interested in that feud. I wouldn't be interested in that. But I would love to see Tye Dillinger face The Miz. And he would do better on SmackDown. I think a storyline between The Miz and Tye Dillinger would make sense. I mean, this guy has been in the company since he was in the ECW brand as Gavin Spears, which I didn't know that, so I learned something today. And you guys learned something as well. But, okay, this would be a huge moment for Tye Dillinger. You know, the guy's been in NXT, man. He's doing good over there. This would be a big moment for him. I'd say bring him up to the main roster. This guy has what it takes, and I think he could be an Intercontinental Champion. He'd be in better storylines. He'd be booked better. Even if he was not feuding with The Miz or not, right, I would still say, you know what, he would be good on SmackDown. Even if he was not feuding with The Miz and this stuff that, all this news that I'm reporting to you guys right now, if none of this stuff even happened, I would still come up and still tell you guys that Tye Dillinger belongs on SmackDown because he would get used better. He would get treated better. Daniel Bryan would know what to do with him. If you put him on Raw, he's going to become a jobber. They're not going to know what to do with him. They're not going to treat him right. They're not going to put him in good storylines. The storylines will be bad with him. And I don't want WWE to ruin good talent like Tye Dillinger. So I'd be in favor to it. I mean, I know he's 35 years old. I'd say bring him up. That's what I would do. So what do you guys think about this? Do you want to see a feud and a match between Tye Dillinger and The Miz for the WWE Intercontinental title? What are your thoughts about it? I think he should come up. You know, like I said previously in my episode, he's 35 years old. Now is the time to bring him up. Because, you know, he's almost 40 years old. You got to bring him up. And this will be good for The Miz. Because The Miz will be facing an NXT guy that's Tye Dillinger. Now, I don't know how the fans are going to react to him when he comes to SmackDown, but this could be a feud I'm definitely interested in because, you know, The Miz is the top heel on SmackDown Live right now. I'm a fan of The Miz. I like The Miz. He's the top heel. He performs good, man. He makes that title mean something. And then when you got Tye Dillinger, man, who's so talented, who's gifted, and who's good in the ring and is a good performer and is really, really good on the mic. He's not the best, but he's good on the mic. This could be a good feud between these two. You know, you're facing The Miz, who's a top heel, who's a 3-time Intercontinental Champion, who's been having a good feud with, you know, Dolph Ziggler, and who's been making that title mean something. Miz has making that title mean something ever since he did that little SmackDown Live thing with Daniel Bryan. That little segment he had. You know, he's making that title mean something. And then you got Tye Dillinger, man. It's good booking, too. It'd be a match I would love to see. Until then, guys, that's today's show. Let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts about it? Should Tye Dillinger come up and feud with The Miz as the Intercontinental title? You think it's a good match? You think it's a good match to see? You think it's money? And you think, you know, since he's 36 years old, should he stay down at NXT and not come up to the main roster right off the bat since he has not been in NXT that long? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on all my social medias. Twitter, at the Talk Show 101. Follow me on Twitter more often, ladies and gentlemen, because that's where I'm always at, and that's where you guys can see my videos first. Facebook is Wrestling Talk Show. Links are down below for you guys. Articles below as well. That's today's show, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe.